Welcome to the DTC Insider Podcast, where online business owners come to find actionable tips and tactics to grow their businesses. Now, here's your host, Brian Roisenthal.
Do me a favor. For just a moment, forget about your ad account and email marketing strategies and think about the business layer of your D2C brand or the D2C brand you work with. According to many authors, the three levers to grow a business are get more customers, increase the average order value, or sell higher ticket products to increase revenue, and third, do repeat business with those same customers, getting repeat customers, right? Now, do you need to focus on improving all these three at the same time? The answer is it depends on what? On the capacity that you have to handle all of these at the same time. So identify which of these will give you the highest leverage and then take action. Now, if you're wondering, Brian, how do I do that? Now, I have put together a four-step framework to help you with that. Number one, we need to set the goals. Think about the high level goals for your business. And if you're not sure about the business goals that you have, let's say for 2024, well, even more reasons to do this exercise. Start there. Now, your goal could be to increase revenue, could be to expand to other countries, could be to dominate a new product category. It could be many, right? But think about the goals that you have. And then number two, choose your battles. As we just said, unless you have a really big and powerful army, you will need to choose your battles wisely. Then try to assess what you need to work on to move the needle. Choose one or two of the ones that we mentioned at the time, because that will represent the 80-20 principle, right? The 20% of efforts, AKA focus, that will produce the 80% of revenue or results or anything that you want as a goal. So examples of projects or battles are increase the AOV, the LTV, decrease the CAC, the cost per customer acquisition, um, increase the gross margins, increase the brand awareness, I don't know, build a community, improve reputation. It could be many, many things. But choose your battles because not every battle will be relevant for your business right now. And not every battle will be the highest leverage one for you at the moment. Now, as a third step, once you have chosen the battles, you need to identify the blockers, meaning what's stopping you from achieving the goal that you have, what's preventing you from growing and moving forward and achieving your goals. And for that, you can ask yourself and your team the following questions for each of these things that you want to focus on. So let's say, I don't know, you want to increase your AOV, you can say, where are the main blockers or bottlenecks that are preventing us from increasing the average order value? What are the best channels to accomplish that? Do we have the capacity or the right person or team to work on that? Now I don't know, increasing the AOV might be one example, but it could be improve the customer satisfaction. So do we have the right team to improve the customer satisfaction? Do we have a customer success department? How fast do they reply? How well do they handle the complaints? Do they have a standard service, or it depends on the person that serves each customer, the quality of the service? Do you track that? Do you record the calls or chats? So those are the things that you need to identify in order to be able to move forward. Once you have done that, the first step is to take action. Otherwise, the previous step doesn't make sense, right? You can do the exercise as many times as you want. You can identify the goals, choose your battles, identify the blockers. But if you don't take action, This is for nothing. So now you are in a position to lay out an action plan, including the high level tasks that you need to work on to move the needle. Because first, we focused on the high level goals. Second, we chose the bottles to achieve those goals. Let's say we want to increase our revenues. There are 1,000 ways that could happen. One of them, just for the sake of this example, could be to get to increase the recurring customer rate to make them come back more often. Let's say they come back on average 4 times a year, or they buy 4 times a year. We want them to buy 6 or 7 times a year, even if they spend the same, right? So that's like the bottles that we want to choose when we are focusing on what's preventing them from buying more times. Well, maybe the channel to achieve that is email marketing, and we don't have the core flows in place, or the core messaging in those flows in place to encourage them to come back. Or maybe we don't have the right offers, or maybe we don't have a subscription system or a membership system to make them come back, or whatever, right? So in this case, it's time to take action. Now, for example, let's change the example and say that you choose increase the AOV, the average order value, as your next goal. The main blockers or bottlenecks could be that you don't have bundles or in-store upsells before the visitors complete the purchase, right? So for bundles, of course, if you have an $80 item on average and they buy it, you will be always stuck at $80. But then if you add more items and create a bundle that makes sense, you can increase that way more. The same happens if you might offer a bundle, but at the same time, if they choose the items individually, you can hook them up with something that goes together, right? And you can help them increase the average order value while they are before they reach checkout, right? And even if they reach checkout, but before they complete the purchase. The best channels to accomplish that, it's one, the store, using or not third-party tools to offer upsells, creating bundles. That's a great way. And then through email marketing, through a post-purchase sequence, as soon as they buy, saying thank you and offering something to increase the average order value, although they have already bought, that could help them. If they move fast, they might even receive the item in the same shipment, or regardless, you're increasing the average order value because it's a purchase that can happen like this in the same hour or even same day as the previous one. And the third one about the capacity, do we have the capacity of the team? Yes. Do we have the team to help us improve the email marketing game? Yes. Do we have the ability to install this app or the developer to code these upsells in store? Yes. So those are things that we should be doing. And that's when the questions we were asking ourselves in step number 3 take place, right? The action plan could be getting a Shopify app as well. It could be setting up the post-purchase flow or improving it. Like I said, there could be many things to do, but this is an example on how we can execute that. And by focusing on the business layer, not even on the paid ads or email marketing front, by focusing on the business layer first, we can make a difference for our business and improve sales. And of course, any goal that you set for your next year. If you like this, I would appreciate your review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere else you're listening this to. And if you're on YouTube, I would appreciate if you subscribe and like this video. Thank you.
This episode was brought to you by BSR Digital. We help DTC brands grow through paid ads and email marketing campaigns. If you'd like us to help your business grow, head on over to bsrdigital.com and schedule a call with us.